Hello everyone, this is Gretchen or Chong and welcome to Creatorati. So today we're going to have a tutorial on how to create and design a downloadable PDF cheat sheet or ebook for Mademoiselle Organic. So as you can see here, I have her material right here, and what we're going to do is we're going to create a beautiful ebook for her. Now I really love Google Slides because they have some amazing templates right here that you can work with. It does 80% of what, in my view anyway, 80% of what we need as entrepreneurs, and it means we don't even have to download or pay for Adobe InDesign. This is all completely free, a less steep learning curve, I guess you can say, than Adobe InDesign. So that's why I really love it. I use it for myself, for my own PDFs. My mentor uses it, and I use it for clients as well. And I even use it to create brand boards like this one. All right, so we're just going to go straight into it. These are Mademoiselle Organic's colors. What we're going to do next is basically look for a template that would sort of match the bright colors on there. So I'm kind of liking the look of this one. It's elegant and with a pop of color. So I'm previewing the layout as well. Yep, looks pretty good and looks pretty close to Mademoiselle Organic's colors. She's got gray and a bright primary color or base color, like the orange or coral right here. So the next thing we're going to do is choose the page setup right here. Normally I like to design in landscape mode, which is widescreen right here. I normally leave it at the default, but if you have a lot of text and you want it to have more of a book feel, then you can put in the sizes right here, like 8.5 by 11, I believe for US letter, or for A4. So now, as you can see here, it basically resized our shape. So what we can do is to go into the master right here, okay? So just click slide, go to edit master, and what this means is it edits the whole layout for the entire document. So this is where you can update everything with your brand colors. That way you don't have to go to every slide and change each and every one of them. So what I like to do first is go to the master slide right here, which selects everything else here, and set up my fonts and colors. So body is not serif, so we'll choose that first right here, selecting everything. Do I have Noto sans? No. So we can look for Noto here as well if Google Fonts has it. If it doesn't have it, then we have the alternate font that we've chosen. This is a Google font. What I love about Google Slides is you can access all the Google fonts in it. So if you don't have the specific font that your designer has chosen for you, then you can choose a similar one. It doesn't matter if it's not the exact one, so don't stress too much about that. For headlines, it's Railway. Right there, okay? And another thing you can do here is to change the color. So I'm going to go back onto the brand board and choose the color. That's the hex code, a 6 character code that depicts colors. So I'm going to paste that in there. Okay, now it's starting to look like the branding for Mademoiselle Organic. I'm just going to choose, I don't want it in bold, so okay. Now I'm just going to close this as well, so we get more real estate to work with. Now I'm moving on to the next slide layout, and this is where we're going to update it a little bit. And okay, so if you want to center this, you can see the red lines right there. They're sort of guides to tell you that you're in the center or middle of the document. And I'm just going to go and change or adjust this border right here. Okay, now I'm going to go in and use our brand color as well. Okay, and you can play around as well if you have chosen a few brand colors for yourself. And then we're going to move on to the next one and just pretty much update anything with coral onto our brand colors. So now I'm going to go back in here and copy. Okay, I'm going to show you a quick trick and paste the font right here. Now, why did I do that? I did that so that the formatting doesn't get carried across from this document onto here. I'm going to show you exactly what I mean. So let's copy this and put it in the subtitle. Now, as you can see, it copied the blue text from our document, and we don't want that. So that's why I'm pressing Ctrl Z right now. And another option that you can do, especially for longer text, is to go to Edit, Paste, and Match Style. So that's Shift, Ctrl, and V. And it follows the template style. Okay. This way you don't have to go through everything and change everything, update everything. Okay. So I just resized that, but it's always best to just resize everything from the master. That way you don't lose it if you reapply the layout, and also it keeps everything really uniform and consistent. Okay, there we have it. All right, so now on to our next slide. That's perfect for what we have next, which is the introduction page. I'm just going to copy that. Again, we'll go Shift, Control, and V. Okay, so that this formatting does not get copied over. I'm going to copy this and do the same thing. Shift, Control, and V. Okay. All right, so we had some overflow right here, so I'm going to select everything. And then you can decide whether or not you want to edit it in the master, or if it's a once-off thing, you can just edit it straight on the page rather than editing the master layout. Okay, that's not bad. So I'm just going to move it a little bit. Okay, and I'm going to copy one of our photos right here and paste it on here. Okay. Okay, one of the cool things we can do is double click, crop the photo right on the page. Okay, make it as square as you can. It's like so. Go to crop, use the crop button, choose your shape, and there we go. Okay, so that was super easy, and you don't even have to open up a different application for it. So the next thing that we're going to do is to copy the next section. I'm going to add another slide. Okay, and because it's not a lot of text right here, let's choose a layout that looks a little bit more exciting. Shift Control V. I'm just going to put in a quick title right there to summarize what we're talking about. And now it's starting to come together. All right, so let's look at the next section. Okay, so it's quite long. So I'm going to choose the next slide layout that has 2 columns. Normally we can fit a lot more text with that. So I'm going to choose Shift Command V. Okay, now we have overflow, so I'm just going to copy this. So I like to just paste it even though I know it's going to go over or out of the page, but at least this way I know exactly where to cut and paste onto the next column, like so. Okay, and now we're just going to copy the text right here, and there you have it. So basically that's all there is to creating an awesome PDF. I've pretty much shown you what we need really as entrepreneurs. Another thing that you can do is just play around, go to formatting, look at some styles if you want to increase the indent and stuff, but frankly I don't use any of that. What I do like to use every now and again is capitalization. I like it better that way, so we're just gonna leave it. And lastly, we want to put in a call to action. It's normally good to have them if you have a cheat sheet or a PDF. So we're just going to choose something very simple. And then I'm going to apply this layout. So I'll just copy that. I'll paste it here. Again, Shift Control V so that the formatting does not get carried across from that page. I'm going to choose 18. Let's see what that looks. Okay, that looks pretty good. Then if you want to use bullet points, which is great for readability, to more and bulleted lists. You even update the bullet points to something that you like right here. So for instance, we can use that as well. All right, and lastly, it's also nice to add a button right here, just so they don't miss the call to action. And then we're going to use the brightest color for the call to action. That's always recommended. I like to put a background here and there, or a border rather. I'm going to choose 4. Okay, I'm double clicking and writing by my book or something like that. If you want to align them at the top or the middle or the bottom, and then here's left, center, and right. So it's pretty simple. It's like using Word really. And then we're going to choose Railway, which is the title font. Choose 30. And white. And you go here to find my book. Okay. You want to make sure your call to action is readable, so if you have a few colors that you can use, just play around with them and make sure that you can read the text. I think you can read it right there. Okay. And we might even move this a little bit to match. Okay. But sometimes I like to keep it narrower whenever I can, because there's less stress on your eyes when you do that. Click on the link, hyperlink right here, and then type in the link to the book or wherever you want to take them. And there we have it. See how simple that was? And it only took us, well, less than 30 minutes to do. All right? And it would have been even faster if I wasn't narrating and everything, but I hope that was super helpful. And if you have any questions at all, let me know. Just send me an email to gretchen@eightcorners.co, or just leave a comment below, and I'll create another tutorial for you. Take care and see you later. Bye-bye.